Hi everyone, this is Cherry Enchantress. I have another numerology talk today on the number 11. On a somber note, this is September 11th, and we remember the tragedy that happened on 9/11 and anyone who was affected by that. But I think collectively we all were affected by it, even if we had no relatives or friends involved directly. It was amazing, not amazing, but it was just a very big tragedy that kind of shocked all of us. Didn't think that anything like that could ever happen to us, as the United States is concerned, the collective us, but even the world, because it hit the World Trade Center, which had so many different cultures represented by it. So it affected a lot of us, this kind of tragedy that just didn't seem like it made any sense to anybody, like why would anybody do this? Anyway, so, I don't want to overlook that fact that today is 9/11. And my numerology reading's not going to be like, ignoring it or moving on to the meanings of it. Because actually, in the Chaldean alphabet, according to Linda Goodman Star Signs, 11 is kind of a serious number. So I don't know if it was synchronistic that this tragedy happened on the 11th. But anyway, let me go ahead and read this meaning of the number 11, which is called a lion muzzled, a clenched fist. This is a number of hidden trials and treachery from others. It represents two members of the same or opposite sex, or two opposed situations. In either case, compatibility of interest is lacking, and interference from a third force must be conquered. The difficulties may also arise from the illusion of separation. It's necessary to unite divided goals to avoid a sense of frustrated incompletion. The third interfering force can be a person or an idea. It can take the form of a refusal to see the other side as an obstacle to harmony. The origin of the separating force must be identified. An attempt made to seek compromise. Occasionally, conflicting desires with one's own self are seen as in a reflecting mirror. Two forces or two desires stand apart and must ultimately unite for happiness, yet each must remain individual, even after being joined, for each possesses its own worth. So it does echo a lot, this, because I was wondering, how does Linda Goodman's Chaldean definition even echo anything twin flame like, because that seems to be what now we look at 11 to represent. The 1111 to us now represents twin flame union, right? Well, let me get into that in a minute, but in the tarot we didn't have anything that echoes that definition. 11 in the tarot is justice, which is kind of funny. I mean, I'm not funny, but it's ironic. It's justice. It's the two balancing each other. But justice takes on slightly more of an optimistic bend in its definition, in its meaning. Not quite as serious or as harsh. This one is balance and harmony, equilibrium. So I guess this would be the positive end of that definition in Linda Goodman's book. Equilibrium, assuming responsibility, weighing all sides of an issue before making a decision, choosing with full awareness. Justice relies on logical mind, capable of objective ruling on situations and adjusting what needs reassessing. And then since it's called the lion muzzled, it made me think of the strength card, Lion muzzled, a clenched fist. It's interesting. So in the strength card, it's when the strength card comes up, it's usually a good meaning. But I've heard people kind of give it a negative spin, because it's almost like the maiden is trying to control the lion, which I suppose he needs to be controlled, or it needs to be controlled, because a lion can be ferocious and dangerous, and you need a little bit of softness to balance the harshness. But in some cases, the bold lion is what's needed more, and a dominant female trying to control things is not always such a good thing, right? You know, the female, the divine feminine, maybe she doesn't need to be so controlling. So I've seen that interpretation come up in people's readings sometimes. But for shadowscapes, their definition is courage, calm composure, and patience, compassion, persuasion, and soft control, tempered force. So she is forcing, it's tempered force, managing impulses to control anger and force rather than be manipulated by them. Unshakable resolve is what will see you through to the desired end. So that's like a positive twist on the lion muzzled. Also, you know, there's two sides to every issue, and a dark and a light. But so there you go. That's one meaning. But let me tell you some more meanings of the 1111 phenomenon when you see that. So some believe that the actual meaning of 1111 is a number sign that angelic beings are close by. They come with love and protection, and they want to bring you clarity and guidance. So when you see 1111, trust that it's a sign, it's an angel message for you to decode. Significantly, 1111 is the number of masters who impacted humanity and shifted the vibrations of our earth throughout history. The ascendant masters like Buddha, Siddhartha Gautama, Jesus, and Kuan Yin are sending you the message that you are a divine aspect of the Creator, a master at being yourself in human form. You're being reminded that you came here to make Earth a better place for future generations. Remember, you can make a positive difference in the lives of many, or change the world for just one person. Seeing 1111 is the trigger to set you on your path to make your mark in this existence. The world is grateful to have you. Universally, it's no coincidence that every year from November 11th and up until January 11th, you're going through a period called the months of Divine Trinity. In all, this is a divine time that brings tremendous opportunities for you to wake up and embrace your true divine light. It's important to understand that there is more than just one reason why you are seeing 1111 repetitively everywhere. It's crucial to pay attention to your surroundings and carefully sense what 1111 means to you as a guide. So I'm going to give you a list of 5 common spiritual meanings and reasons why you're seeing that number, 1111. And everything I just said, you can take it or leave it. I mean, maybe you don't have a certain purpose or whatever. Take what resonates and leave the rest. So I will get to the twin flame part, but here are some other meanings. One meaning is pay attention to your thoughts. One of the meanings of 1111 is that the universe has sampled your thought sequence, and that will manifest almost instantly in your physical reality. In this sense, 1111 or 111 is the message from divine angel beings that you need to monitor your thoughts with greater attention and make sure that they are focusing on the things you want and not the things you don't want. That's a good message no matter what number you're looking at. According to Dolores Cannon's Between Death and Light, thoughts are energy. Your soul manipulates energy. Thinking is the manipulation of energy. As such, a thought is a willful act, and it is powerful enough for creation. The 1111 numeric sequence is a divine sign That opportunity portal is opening up for you, allowing your thoughts to manifest with the speed of light. Are you happy with the thoughts that you're sending to the universe? If yes, be sure that they will soon manifest in your life. If not, correct them and ask your angels and spirit guides to help you change negative thoughts with more positive ones. Second meaning of 1111 is you can start manifesting your true self. What do you want to manifest in your life experience? This is the first question you need to ask yourself when you're seeing 1111. Another meaning of 1111 is that you were sent a divine message to remember that you are the creator of your own reality, and you need to take responsibility for it. Your current situation is the result of your past thoughts and actions. So what do you want to manifest into reality? Whatever it is, it will be the direct manifestation of your thought patterns, and your thoughts will manifest faster than ever. Keep in mind that the universe doesn't judge our decisions. It just makes them happen. It's your decision to choose what you want to manifest in this life experience. The message behind 1111 is that you are to take responsibility and create consciously. You are the creator, the writer, producer, director, and actor in your own story. Third meaning of 1111 is you remember yourself. 1111 is a coded molecular structure of remembering and reactivating the inner master that resides within you, your true self. Remember is a term that emphasizes the idea of putting the pieces of yourself, your members, together into their rightful order. In a way, remembering who you really are. The meaning behind 1111 is related to your biological ascension because it is the gateway towards ascension. Whenever you see this 1111, the cellular memory is reactivated within you, and you have this sense that you remember something you've long forgotten. You're remembering your true divine nature. You are an individual piece of the universal creator, and we are collectively the universe. The fourth meaning of 1111 is you are in a path of awakening. Whenever you're seeing 1111 or 111 number patterns, you are called to awaken. A direct channel opens between you and your higher self. 1111 is a point of merging the physical and non-physical realities of you. When this happens, it's time to stop any mundane activity you're doing and look at the bigger picture of life. What you perceive might be imperfect, but the universal creator sees perfection on the divine level. Imperfections are simply imperfections to you, but not to the universal source. It's time to see the illusion of life and the true divine reality of all that is. You're on your path to awakening. Whew, that's a good one. The fifth meaning of 1111 is set an intention, make a wish. Whenever you're seeing 1111, know that it is a wake-up call of divine intervention. It's time to make a wish and know your intention can manifest for your highest good, for all mankind. It's the intention of the thought itself that counts. As humans, we ascend and descend continuously with every thought and every word. In a sense, ascension is born within each breath, in each and every moment of our lives. Each of us is growing towards the light and at our own pace. Essentially, we are all moving in the same direction to be one with the universal creator. The meaning of 1111 is that you are being called for action. What were you thinking at the moment when you saw 1111? Follow the signs. You are awakening to your true self as you're being divinely guided to your purpose. 1111 is a wake-up call. Follow your passion and you'll find purpose. The most recent time I saw 1111 on the clock, and I hadn't done that. I don't remember seeing it very recently. With the last few months, and then just like the other day I saw it 11:11, and it was right after I was doing something good, I know, and I glanced down and I just kind of sent out a thank you, and I don't even know why I was saying thank you, but it felt like a good sign to me. All right, so now I'll tell you what another meaning, the twin flame meaning. So let's talk a little bit about twin flames. It's also the sign of twin flames, and it means that will be manifesting ourselves in our lives. So, twin flames is an esoteric concept that describes a unique soul connection between two people. Twin flames are considered to be an example of an eternal type of relationship between two lovers. The thought behind twin flames versus soulmates is that we are beginning a new era in human evolution where relationships will begin to highly enhance the spiritual growth between lovers. Our lovers won't just be someone whom we love or who fits into our lives. They will be someone who makes us want to become a better person. According to the mythology of twin flames, in the beginning of time, we were created from one source of energy, and that was split into smaller and smaller units until they were down just to two souls. These souls would journey to Earth to learn and experience duality and the lessons of life, and they would reincarnate over their lifetimes with this same intense longing for each other. So twin flames are a higher frequency than just soulmates because they are the ultimate example of the yin-yang. They are each two whole individual souls on their own, but they complement, understand, and connect in a very unique way. They are also called tonal mates because they emit the exact same frequency of vibration, which accounts for a strong feeling of energies when they are physically around one another. If you ever had someone in your life that you can't quite describe the connection with, then there is a strong chance this person is your twin flame. When we meet our twin flame in our current life, there will be a high level of comfort, intimacy, understanding of each other, and a sense of peace. It's the feeling of returning home. Soulmates can be brought into our lives in a platonic friendships or those we are meant to help change our lives. We may have 10 different soulmates we experience in this lifetime, but there is only ever one twin flame. When we see 1111, it means that our twin flame is ready to manifest itself physically in our lives. We may both be aware of the meeting of our energies that soon will take place. There's often the feeling that something is going to happen soon. We are becoming more aware of the subtle energies and invisible thread that connects us all. We may even experience non-physical guides helping to bring two twin flames together. These guides can be the universe or even those souls who have left Earth already. The most important thing when we see 1111 is to pay attention to the signs we are being given, our dreams that we are having, and of course to always make a wish. So there's another interpretation, and it ends in making a wish the same as the other one. So the 1111 meaning is it looks pretty consistent throughout the different sources that I looked up. And this was somebody else's source, not mine. That doesn't all came out of my brain. I can't cite it because I didn't even see where it came from exactly, but I'm just wanted to let you know that I cited some sources from the internet. But okay, and then finally, when I think of 11, I think of Stranger Things 11. This is another character. This is a character, right, from the Netflix series Stranger Things. If you haven't seen it, I recommend it, and I won't do any spoilers here. It's just, this is a very powerful character. She has a lot of power, kind of an unharnessed power, which, is kind of similar to this lion. He's got all this power, and it needs to be tempered, and she's learning to temper her own power. She is named 11 because, well, I won't give too much away, but anyway, she's stamped with the number 11, and that's why they call her 11. Her name is Jane, and she's stamped with the number 11. And because my real name is Jean, which means Jane, her character, I feel connected with it. And also, 11 is my birth month, and the 0, like I talked in the number 0 talk yesterday, represents Pluto, the planet of Scorpio. So my first and only tattoo that I've ever made, and I did this myself, which is like probably the only tattoo I could do on myself because of being right-handed. But anyway, so 11. And then I just realized everything really has its own symbol on its own. So the 0 is kind of like my Pluto, the ruling planet. 0, Scorpio. 11, my birth month. The whole meaning, representing this character with power. And also, now it means twin flame, and I didn't even think about that possibility before. Somebody that I met said, "Are you a twin flame?" And I'm like, yeah, I think I am. So I'm waiting for the other 11, basically, whenever that person shows up. So anyway, I hope that you enjoyed this talk on 11, and prayers go out to all of you every day, though, not just on the 11th. I think hopefully we're all moving to a better consciousness where we're all connected and are able to express our love and understanding of each other deeper and more compassionately over time. I definitely believe in this kind of future for us. So anyway, it might, and one positive outcome of this is these twin flames feeling each other and vibrating each other and being able to meet and manifest some of these good feelings to ripple out into the world. All right, well, everybody, I'll see you next video. Faith, trust, pixie dust.